Welcome, guys. Tony Porter, Tabletop Baseball Digest, and here we have a Fall Classic Baseball 1974 game, and it's the California Angels versus the Detroit Tigers in Detroit. Let me grab that Detroit Tiger ballpark. See if it's in this pack or the next pack, and it's probably the next pack. And we'll be ready to get the game underway. It's going to be Laren LeGros on the mound for the Detroit Tigers. It's Ralph Houck, 72 and 90. Not a great team, so rooting for the Angels. Let's see what happens. And for the Angels, on the mound is the one and only Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. Yes, sirree. And leading off for the Angels will be Mickey Rivers. Let me go over the lineup very quickly here for the California Angels. It will be Rivers, Doyle, and Stanton, Sands, LaHood, and McCraw, and then it's Shaw, Rodriguez, and Chalk. For the Tigers, it's Stanley, Sutherland, and Kaline, Horton, Northrup, and Freehand, and Moses, Rodriguez, and Brinkman. Most of these players I'm seeing are on the way out based on the successes they've been with this team for a while. For the Detroit Tigers have had these players for a while. Now, they're all in their 30s, excuse me. Mickey Stanley's 31, Sutherland's 29, Kaline's 39, Horton's 31, Northrup's 34, Freehand's 32, Moses 27, and Rodriguez. So there's a couple of up-and-coming guys. And let's get started. Mickey Rivers, Mick the Quick, made his mark with the New York Yankees, and for several years he was the catalyst of that offense. He was the leadoff hitter, the speedster, and so on, who really turned things around. The minute the Yankees got Mickey Rivers, their whole offense turned around. He was always a danger to the opposing team on the base paths for sure, and could hit. All right, let's start it off. Laren LeGros, I have not rolled for stuff yet, and LeGros a righty. He will have his C stuff against both pitchers with their C stuff. Holy smokes, let's see what happens here. Not a lot of hits off Nolan Ryan's card, but a ton of walks. So Ryan has an excellent card. He had a 1.2 whip with 333 innings pitched and 26 complete games. So we're expecting a complete game from Nolan Ryan, whereas LeGros had 11 complete games. And he had a 1.5 whip. So the odds are 55, and that's going to be a drive down the line, and that's going to be trouble into the corner. Rivers digging for second and going around second, trying for third. Here's the relay, and the tag by Rodriguez. He is safe with a lead-off triple. Mick the Quick picks up a triple here to lead off the game. And next is Denny Doyle. We will be playing the infield back. 51, that's a potential error. There's no KD. We roll for the error. An 11, a 51. I use a card for this. 51 will say third base. So third base is Rodriguez. A ground ball to Rodriguez. Will he hold on to it? He does. And run will score on this. Infield was back, allowing the run to score. And Leroy Stanton, 25, and that will be a fly ball right field. Northrup towards the line, couple of steps, and makes the catch 2 away. And here's Charlie Sands. Charlie Sands with a 190 hitter and 83 at bats. Played a little bit during the first couple of months, and then later just didn't play very much anymore. Pitch from Laren LeGros, 56, and that'll be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that ends the inning. But the Angels start off with a triple by Mickey Rivers and score him on the ground ball, and we go to Mickey Stanley leading off against the Express, Nolan Ryan. And that's going to be a 21. Struck him out, blows a fastball by Mickey Stanley. Next up is Gary Sutherland. He's a right-handed hitter. Batted .254 pitch. And it's going to be a 12, and that is a hard hit ball to left field. LaHood is right there and makes the catch for out number 2, Al Kaline, with a snake eyes, and that's going to be ball 4. So Kaline walks, not a threat to steal. That brings up Willie Horton, who's got good power. The pitch from Ryan, and a 32 will be a ground ball to short. Shock flips to Doyle. A 6-4 put out, and that brings the inning to an end. Joe LaHood is leading off. Now, this is a whole game. I don't normally do it, or at least until Ryan blows up. And that's going to be a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. So that's a splits hit on 25. LaHood hit well against righties. So LaHood is on. And next up is Tommy McCraw, who actually is a decent hit and run guy. We're going to try it. And that's a 6. A 42 will turn into 42. First, check the walk. So runners advance. It's a ground ball to the pitcher unless it's a walk. A 42 will be a base on balls. So it is a walk. So both runners on now. The top 2 runners in the inning get on base, and it's Paul Scholl, who will not bunt because he's not a good bunter. Swing away a 41. A 41 is base on balls. That loads the bases. So a single and 2 walks puts Laren LeGros in a bind, if you will, with the bases loaded, nobody out, and it's Ellie Rodriguez, the catcher for the California Angels. He batted .250, not too bad, with 7 home runs. This is 1974. Here's the pitch, and that's a 46. That's a ballpark result, and that's going to be a foul ball to, he's a righty, so that'll be to the right side, and it's the first baseman, Freehand, in foul ground, and he'll hold on to it, makes the catch in foul territory. 1 away, so Ellie Rodriguez fouls out. And here, that brings up Dave Cash. Cash, a .250 hitter. 5 home runs, 31 RBIs. Laren LeGros gets the sign. Infield is double play depth. And a 55, that's going to be line base hit. And with a 16, runners will advance 1 base, and they will hold up McCraw. So an RBI single for Dave Chalk against Laren LeGros. 1 out. The bases are still loaded. The lineup's been turned over. And not what I wanted to see here, because I needed these guys to go a little deeper into games. So hopefully we can get out of this inning. I only have 6 guys in the bullpen. I don't understand this. It's just not possible, because I have 1 pitcher there and 6 guys in the bullpen. Even if they're tired, it should tell me that they're there. That's 7 guys in the bullpen. And they all can't pitch. Some of them are basically starters who, and that's my concern here. I got a starter, 1, 2, 3 starters. Fryman, this is Detroit I'm looking at. Hold on a second. Yeah, Detroit is who I want to look at. So I got 4 starters, and that makes perfect sense. But then in the bullpen, I only have 3 guys. I have Walker, Ray, and Hiller. There's just no way I could have a team with only 7 pitchers. Is that possible? I'm not sure. I got to look into that. All right, Mickey Rivers. And it's a 32, which will be an out. A 16 is a ground ball to short. They will go to second to throw to first, not in time. Another run scores, but there are 2 outs now. Let's make sure that's 16 fielder's choice. That's all it becomes. So it's a 3-0 ball game, but we've got 2 outs. So all we're trying to do is get out of the inning at this point. Doyle with a 34, and that'll be a ground ball, and that's through for a base hit. And no, it's knocked down by Sutherland right on the edge of the outfield grass, and 1 run will score, and Rivers will stop at second base. First and second, 4-0. And it's Leroy Stanton, the pitch from LeGros, a 24. And that'll be a hit by pitch, 1-8. And LeGros is a -2, so it will be a fly ball to left field. Just under what was the hit by pitch, and that'll be Horton. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. 4-0 for Ryan. Let's see if Ryan can take advantage here. Northrop, 41. That'll be ball 4. That's 2 walks so far for Ryan. Freehand, 12, and that'll be a 1-4 walk. Otherwise, it's flied out to right field. Stanton on the run, and Stanton runs it down. 1 away. Jerry Moses now. He's a catcher. Bats from the right side. 240 hitter. Nolan Ryan gets a sign from Rodriguez. He's ready to pitch. And a 35 will be an out with a 4. It's a ground ball. Hit to second base. Doyle flips to Chalk. The throw to first. McCraw makes the double play. So it's going to be a 4-6-3 DP. That ends the inning. We go to the top of the third. Charlie Sands leads off with a 44, and that'll be a big walk. Ball 4. So Sands walks. Joe LaHood is up next. Pitch to LaHood at 21. That'll be a swing and a miss. Curveball gets LaHood. 1 out. Tommy McCraw. So that was, hold on a second. It should have been, Sands, LaHood. I believe I had McCraw now. Sometimes when I click, okay, McCraw strikes out. All right, yeah. And now it's Paul Shaw with a runner on first and 2 outs. And the pitch, it's a 64, and that'll be a bouncer to second base. Sutherland flips the Brinkman, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the third. So this game really goes as fast as you want to make it. Now, this game is a 4-0 game right now. I don't see much hope for the Tigers, but we'll see what happens. Aurelio Rodriguez. I'm going to play it through. 52 with a 1 strikeout. Ryan blows a fastball by him. Brinkman with a 46. That's a foul ball in the ballpark. A lucky souvenir for an excited fan. Nolan Ryan again with a 23. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for the Express. And Mickey Stanley. Pitch from Ryan, a 63. Struck him out, and he strikes out the side. Ellie Rodriguez is next, leading off in the top of the fourth for the California Angels. Here's the pitch. It's a 56, and that's a swing and a miss. Goes down on strikes. Dave Chalk with a 35, and that'll be a ground ball. Base hit through the infield. Past the shortstop. So Chalk has picked up his second hit of the game, and it's Mickey Rivers. 26, and against a righty, that'll be a base hit and a single. A 2, we'll say 2 bases. Hustling to third is Chalk on that line drive. Base hit to right center field. What's going on here? Chalk. Okay, all right. I'm good. So now it's Denny Doyle. First and third, infield is still back, 62, and that should be an out of 13. 13 will be a 6-4-3. Oh, the second baseman's arm, Sutherland, has to be an S. If it is not, so it's going to be a 6-4 put out. Another run scores. All right, I got 2 outs now. So it's Stanton. Just trying to get outs here. I just want to keep LeGros in the game. Not trying to do anything beyond that. 53. And with a 6, and that'll be a potential nothing there. Potential base hit. We'll see. It's a range play, a little blooper to the shortstop, Brinkman. Brinkman should be able to get that out of 6, and he is an 11, so he will dive for it and comes up with it. What a catch by Eddie Brinkman. P6. All right, we go to bottom of the fourth. I got a meeting, conference call from Europe at 11 o'clock. All right. Sutherland, 22, and that'll be a base hit. Sutherland flicks a little looping liner to right field. Picks up a single. Batting .227 on the season. 243 is Al Kaline with 3 home runs. Here's the pitch, and a 13 will be an 8 fly ball center field. Rivers on the run, and Rivers comes up with it. Willie Horton with 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. 61, strike 3. Nolan Ryan picks up a K, another K. How many has he got so far? Nolan Ryan so far has got 5 strikeouts. Northrop pitch, and a 26 will be a ground ball, base hit. And with a 7, 1 base, and it's 2 outs, there'll be an assist, but I'll hold up. I don't want to do that. We're down by 5 right now. Bill Freehan with a 56, and that'll be strike 3, and that ends the inning. Let's go to top of the 5th now. Charlie Sands leads off. Let me move some of these cards over so I have a little bit more space. Charlie Sands steps to the plate. 35 will be a ground ball. Base hit to right field. Joe LaHood. And a 16 will be a ground ball. Second base, Taylor made. 4-6-3 double play. 2 outs. And Tommy McCraw with a 46 and a 9. That'll be fouled back into the seats. And a 61 will be a bouncer to the first baseman. Right there is Freehand. We go to bottom of the 5th. Moving along in this game, it is a 5-0 game. 5-7-0 for the Angels. 0-2-0 for the Tigers. Moses up 22, and that'll be a pop-up foul territory behind the home plate. Catcher Eddie Rodriguez flips his mask away. He's looking up into the sun, and he's got it. 1 down. Aurelio Rodriguez with a 16, and that'll be a fly ball to Mickey Rivers. Can of corn out there. And Eddie Brinkman with a 52. That'll be a potential error, and with an 11, a 52, it's going to go to who? Ground hit to third base, and Paul Shaw. Shaw is error-wise. He's a 12, and that's an 11. He'll boot it. Is it a 1 or 2 base error? I flipped that card away. I didn't look at that. It's a 1 base error. So he boots it, keeps it in front of him. Runner is safe. E5 for Paul Shaw. And that's going to bring up the top of the order now. Mickey Stanley with a 43, and that'll be ball 4. That's his 3rd or 4th walk. Sutherland, Gary Sutherland with 2 out and 2 on. Pitch from Ryan, a 62. Strike him out, and that ends the inning. Ryan with the heat. Brings the heat, blows it by Gary Sutherland. Top of the 6th. 5-0 Angels. 16. Bounce to the 3rd. Rodriguez. 1 away. Ellie Rodriguez now with a 36, and that'll be a line drive base hit single for Ellie Rodriguez. Picks up a hit. Dave Chalk with a 46 and a 2. And Chalk has no park home run, so that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. No advance. So no ballpark home runs for Dave Chalk. That would have been a ballpark home run for somebody else. Here's Mickey Rivers now. LeGros is gone. He's still okay. With a 35. And that'll be another base hit. With a 17, that'll send the runner to third. First and third. So Rivers picks up a hit. And that's going to bring up Denny Doyle. We're on the verge of pulling this boy, Laren LeGros. Not a good season, a 1.5 whip with an 8, almost a 20-game loser, 8-19 record. Danny Doyle, I remember him with the Boston Red Sox in 1978, I believe. He was their second baseman with Rick Burleson at third, Butch Hobson at third, Rick Burleson at short. First baseman, wasn't the first baseman George Scott at that point? Didn't he come over from the Brewers? Carlton Fisk behind the plate. Left field, it was Yastrzemski. Center field, I know right field was Dwight Evans. Center field was Fred Lynn, I believe. The DH, Jim Rice, perhaps? Something like that. That was that crazy game where Bucky Dent hit that home run to win the pennant. It was a one-game deciding playoff. One-game playoff. All right. Let's see. Laren LeGros, Denny Doyle. Pitch a 34, and that's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. And with a 13, fast runner goes 2 bases. Rivers would scoot over to third base, and it's 6-0 now. That's going to be it for LeGros. We're going to have to go to the bullpen. Who are we going to call on? We're going to call on John Hiller just to see if we can get out of this game. He is probably the top that they have, but I don't want to let any more runs score here. So let's call on John Hiller to... We'll see. We let him go 2 innings, and then we'll see what happens. All right, let's roll for him. He's again, all I'm rolling is high numbers, so that's a C. Oh, 10, 17, I'm good. All right, here is Leroy Stanton. Pitch, and a 42 will be ball 4. So Stanton walks, loads the bases. John Hiller, 17 and 14 record, 13 in saves, 150 innings pitched, 1.2 whip, 59 games. Charlie Sands, actually I should pinch hit for Charlie Sands because he's a lefty. Bring in a guy named Yanez. So I'm going to bring in Yanez here, and he'll stay in the game, doing whatever Charlie Sands is doing. So Yanez comes in. I roll a 32. A 32 will be a bouncer to second base. Sutherland flips to Brinkman. 4-6 put out to end the inning. All right, Al Kaline leads off against Nolan Ryan here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch, and it's a 63. Struck him out with the curve. And Nolan Ryan, known for having an excellent curveball. Everybody's waiting for the fastball. So when he throws it, he stuns players. Here's Willie Horton with a 35, and that'll be a 19, and that'll be a fly ball right field. A couple of steps back for Stanton. Hauls it in for out number 2, and here's Jim Northrup. He did not have a good season, a 240 hitter with 11 home runs. The pitch from Ryan, a 46 and a 14. That's foul back into the seats. A lucky souvenir for a excited fan. The pitch, 62, strike 3, and Seaver blows him away with a fastball. That's why they call him the Express. Brings the heat. It's going to be LaHood against John Hiller with a 52, a potential error, and a 17. Should not be an error unless it's right fielder Northrup. No, wait. Northrup was actually a decent. He could catch the ball, right? He's an 8 in right field. He'll make that catch. Tommy McCraw with a 34, and that'll be a ground ball base hit from McCraw. And here's Paul Shaw, who's hitting the ball well, 140 at bats, batting 362. The pitch from Hiller, a 25, and a 1 right back to Hiller. Goes to second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. Fielder's choice, 1-6. And Ellie Rodriguez, 42, and that'll be ball 4. So that puts 2 runners on. Shaw at second, Rodriguez at first, and here comes Dave Chalk with a 31, and that's a range play with a 4, and this will probably be caught. It's a shortstop. It will be. A little blooper, and diving for it on the outfield grass is Ed Brinkman. So it's a pop-up 6, and that'll end the inning. Yeah, 31s I turned into range plays. I've talked about this before. I find it works better. All right, let's see. Bill Freehan is up against Nolan Ryan here in the bottom of the 7th. Nolan Ryan has a 2-hitter going. And that's going to be a 22. Line drive base hit to left, so it's a 3-hitter now. Jerry Moses is up next. Pitch from Ryan, a 46 with a 17. That's a drive in the gap. And trying for second will be Moses against the left fielder, LaHood. And let's check and see what LaHood's assist ratio is. His assist ratio is a 4 from left field. And he throws to second base in the tag by Doyle, and he's out. And what was Moses thinking? Down by 6 runs, tries to stretch a single into a double. Holy smokes. All right. So going to third is Freehan. Being thrown out 7-4. Yeah, an assist, you don't have a choice. It's kind of the players, they decide what they're going to do here. And now it's going to be Aurelio Rodriguez. Nolan Ryan on the mound here with 1 out. He's got a shutout going. Here's the pitch to Aurelio. Infield's back, 42. That'll be a base on balls. So that payoff pitch was nowhere near the strike zone. And it's Ed Brinkman. First and third. See if we get a double play and get out of this. A 45. That'll be ball 4. Oh, no, that's going to be an automatic out. Fly ball, center field. This may score a 2 and a 5. No, it's too shallow. They'll hold up Freehand, who's not known for his wheels. So that's 2 away. So Ryan may still get out of this inning unscathed in terms of the runs. He still has his shutout here in the bottom of the 7th. He's allowed 4 hits. Here's Mickey Stanley, the pitch. And a 66, which is trouble. And that's going to be a drive over the center fielder's head off the base of the wall. And a 2 will score unless he's slow, unless Rodriguez is slow. I think he's average. He is average, so he will score 6-2. 2-run double here with 2 outs by Mickey Stanley. I didn't talk about Ryan's ERA in the simulation. It's 3.23. He's got a 77-6 record with a 1.5 whip. So the whip is higher. Oh, actually, he's lower, right? Yeah, he had a 1.2 whip. No, it's higher, so he has a 1.5 whip. Not too far away, but Gary Sutherland with a runner at second base and 2 outs with a 63, and that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. But unfortunately, they score a couple of runs on Ryan to cancel out his shutout. Here's Mickey Rivers against Hiller. I could pull Hiller right here and try to save him. Let me call on a guy named Ray. Let's call on Ray here. Bring in a new pitcher. Just because I'm trying to have Jim Ray. And we're going to roll for him, see if I can get a better result. Yep, he'll be an A. That'll help out. Mickey Rivers, the pitch, and a 23 will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Rivers goes down on strikes. We are in the top of the 8th inning, 6-2 California. Danny Doyle, 66, and that's a drive down the line into the right field corner, and that drops in there. Northrop will play the carom. Digging for second is Doyle, and he's in there ahead of the throw with a 1-out double for Danny Doyle. Here's Leroy Stanton, 224, 98 at bats, 1 home run pitch. And it's a 56. Struck him out, 2 out. Yanis with a 13, and that'll be bounced to third. Rodriguez, strong throw to first, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-2. 6-12-1 for California, 2-5-0 for the Tigers. Al Kaline leads off against Ryan with a 32, and that'll be a hard hit fly ball to left field, and LaHood is right there. Willie Horton is next. I'm sorry, it should be Al Kaline is next. Al Kaline is next. 34. Oh, it didn't. Hold on. I got it now. There we go. Willie Horton. 51. That's a potential error, and an 8 could be an error. 51. It says goes to shortstop. Chalk has a high error number. I think it's like a 12, so he will make an error. He will boot this one. It's a 13. He will boot it. Takes his eye off it, hits off the heel of his glove, and it's an E6. So runner's on base, Horton is on base. And Jim Northrop. Pitch, a 42, that'll be ball 4. So that is, let's see, 5 walks. And 10 strikeouts for Ryan. Here's Bill Freehand. How's Freehand doing today? Freehand is 1 for 3 today against Ryan. 2 men on. Tying run is on deck. 6-2, California. Here's the pitch. And that's a snake eyes, which a 1 to 5 is a single, and that's a 5. That's a base hit. And with that 5, Warner will advance 1 base. So bases are loaded here, and we're going to see some movement in the bullpen. Jerry Moses with the bases loaded. And the pitch, a 62, strike 3. And Ryan blows a fastball. Oh, you know what? I could have moved that up, actually. I should have been moving this up. After 5 innings, a shutout ball, and after 6, he would have been at an A. So I'm going to put him up to an A right now to make up for that. And bases are loaded, 2 outs, and Aurelio Rodriguez a 26, and against the lefty it would be a single. Otherwise, it's a ground ball to Shaw. Goes to second for the force and gets Ryan out of the inning. And here's Yannis. No, here's LaHood. Joe LaHood against Jim Ray. The pitch. And a 34 will be an out. Fly ball left field. Horton over to his left. Makes the catch. McCraw with a snake eyes and a 1-3 walk. A 4 will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Paul Shaw now. Shaw today. How's he doing? Shaw is 0 for 3 today. Got off to a torrid start in this season, batting .360. And the pitch. 54. That is a 54 chart result, which will mean it's a sky high pop to the shortstop position. It's a rain check, but we're not doing any rain. I don't play rain checks. I'm not going to set this whole thing up to have rain out. That'd be nuts. All right. I may do it in the future. Never say never. All right. Bottom of the ninth. 6-2. And Ryan's trying to pick up a complete game here. Lost a shutout. Pitch. It's going to be, you know what? We're going to pinch hit for Brinkman. Bring in a guy named Knox. John Knox will hit for Brinkman. A 52, and that's a potential, almost a strikeout. With a 20, won't be an error. There's no way. 52. Second baseman, that is Doyle. He's got a low error rating. I know him already. Top of the order now. We flip over the lineup. It is Mickey Stanley with a 34, and that'll be a ground ball to the first baseman. McCraw flips to Ryan. So it's a 3-1 for out number 2. And the Tigers down to their last out. They're going to lose. It looks like they're going to lose another game, and Nolan Ryan is 1 out away from a complete game victory. It is Gary Sutherland with a 21, and that'll be a fly ball center field. Rivers under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game, boys. Ryan improves his record, taking 6. LeGros drops to 4-5. Let's look at Ryan's stats for the day. 9 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts. Got his ERA down to 3.17. LeGros gave up 6 runs in basically 5.2 innings. His ERA balloons to 4.73. Notable offensive performance for the Angels. 3 hits for Rivers, who's batting .338. 3 hits for Doyle, who's batting .245. 2 hits for Chalk, who's got his average to .221. Doesn't hit very much at all. And that's about it. So you watch Nolan Ryan perform. I screwed up because I didn't give him his credit for moving up the columns. Once he had pitched 5 innings, he should have been a B. It wouldn't have made a lot of difference because how the guys got on base were walks, and all his walks, he's got equal walks on all the columns. But, it's just good to kind of follow the system. So I not only move them down, but I also move columns up if you pitch 5 innings and so forth. And you can do it with relievers too if they pitch 2 innings, let's say. But really it would be you could do 1 inning because not many relievers go beyond really 2 innings. So anyway, let's see. You could do it by the outs, right? You could do it if he gets the first 2 outs, he moves up a column in an inning. You could even do it if he's a C pitcher, he gets the first out, it gets pumped up. He moves to the second column, and then he gets the second out, he moves to the third column. That would be kind of cool, too. So it's not everybody's always pitching exactly the way the column says. It doesn't have to be that way. There's enough variation going on in this game to kind of account for that and make up for that. That's about it. Let me go over the records, and then the following game, right? The future game I will be playing. The Angels are 25-32. I'm wishing for them to do better, but I doubt they will. They don't have really a good team. The Tigers dropped to 16-38. Wow. Yep. So let's check out my next game using my helper here. And it's, Cleveland, Kansas City. I don't play those 2 games. There's 5 teams that I play. Oakland against Oakland Holtzman at County Stadium, Milwaukee. Kurt would like to see this one. And it's Jim Slayton for the Milwaukee Brewers against Kenny Holtzman for the Oakland Athletics. And that's it, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. This is Fall Classic Baseball. You can learn a lot of little tricks and hints and mods and tweaks. Very slight, and I will have the stats at the midway point so you can see how accurate the stats are in this game. And wrapping these teams up right here, putting them away. And I will, that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I will add this game. Take care, guys.